fly by. Reggae beats in my ears, miles away, no more fears. Lay back, count all the stars, flying free, no more bars. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Palms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Board the plane, it's summertime, sun is shining, it's bright. Breeze, the sky is cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe's so mellow. Airwaves sing like cello. Sandy beaches we climb. Coastal airways, oh my. Take me high, smooth as sea. Coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Soaring high, wings of steel, under stars it's surreal. Dreams are real in the sky, coastal airways fly by. Reggae beats in my ears, miles away, no more fears. Lay back, count all the stars, flying free, no more bars. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Take me high, smooth as sea, coastal breeze, fly with me. Take me high, the island's near, feel the love in the air. Palms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Palms are swaying, blue sky, wonders found while we fly. Oceans calling my name, life is more than a game. Board the plane, it's summertime, sun is shining, it's bright. Breeze, the sky is cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. Oh, the vibe's so mellow.
What happened? What happened? What is going on, folks? How are you? Welcome to the FSBN channel. My name is Jason, and we are in for a treat today. Look at that beautiful airplane floating in the water and off of the one of the islands here in the Bahamas, the many islands in the Bahamas. We've got about 10 legs before we have to get back to quote work and fly the hockey season again. So we're enjoying our summer. We've been sitting here for a week, and guess what? In true coastal fashion, we have got to get this airplane over to Providenciales, Grand Turks, and the Caicos. I've already called the customs. We got the custom paperwork ready to go. I know where we're going to go. That's going to be our technical stop. Basically, we're going to get some fuel and maintenance at the facility. I hired a crew to come out for about $400 to $500, and they're going to completely wash the aircraft for us. So we're going to have to spray all the salt water out off the airplane. We got to do some maintenance, open the engine cowlings and get all this salt water out because nothing's worse on an aircraft than corrosive salt. So that's what we're going to do for this flight. We've got to kind of do a maintenance trip here because of the conditions we're in. If you folks want to fly with us, please do so now on the FSBN channel in Discord. If you go there, you'll see this little, I don't know, this what is it, a flyer or something like that. Mike Yankee Echo Sierra. You guys are going to be taking off there. If you're in float planes, and just come over here. But this is a group flight kind of thing, so anybody's welcome. I mean, we're all going to go down there. It's about 2 hours and 30 minutes. We're going to climb up to about 15,000 today. So I do have supplemental oxygen for you as well as me. So we got supplemental we're going to have to throw in there, and we have enough fuel to get us there. Plus, so we have at least 600, we have about 800 gallons of fuel. It's probably going to take us about 500 to get there, give or take. We'll see how it goes. We're not going to get fuel here. We don't need any. And I'm going to say hello, T-Fox. What is going on? Max, how are you? By the way, Max, you can trade with Cody if he wants to. You guys can swap, do whatever you want for your bids. Kieran, welcome aboard. It's good to meet you, bud, and welcome aboard, by the way. Give Kieran a round of applause. He just got through the interview process at Coastal Airways and he did a great job. And he's our newest cadet. So we welcome him on board, and a speedy training session coming up. Good luck to you. He says he can't fly tonight, but that's okay. We'll go next week. That's good. Quite all right. Glad you're here. Ja, what is going on? Hatchet 182, what is going on, my man? Hopefully you're doing well and everything is excellent your way. And then Ja says Cliff. All right, guys, I got the forecast already. We got about 2-foot swells on the other side of this island. So we're protected. We're on the protected side. You can see kind of right here. We've been hanging out on the beach, fishing for bonefish. There's bonefish running throughout this whole area. So the airplane's been moored out here all week, and we've just been running this whole area. This could be somebody's land. That's the problem when you do this. You don't know. It's kind of not like a deserted place, so we'd have to sit here and sleep on a hammock inside. I've been hanging off the wing. I would definitely put my if it was me. All right, hold on. We're gonna go and take a. We got to get this airplane going. But if it was me, I'd be sleeping like right over here by this wing. I would probably mount a hammock here and then just kind of off to this cleat. Just be sleeping on this side. That's what I would do. That'd be awesome. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to jump in the aircraft now and get this going. We've got you guys on board. Look at that. That's scary. I put some people in this thing. I'm like, whoa! It freaked me out. I'm like, where do these people come from? I guess that's a thing, right? I don't know. All right, let's go back here. And let's get this done. Close the door. That door is closed. We're going to have to lock that. That's locked. And cabin lights, we don't need those on right now. All right, everything's buttoned up. Our inflatables are put away. We had an inflatable raft that's in the bow. All of our fishing gear is packed up, and we're getting ready to go to do a tech stop into Providenciales. Am I saying that right? I have no idea if I'm saying that right. I never know if I'm pronouncing things correctly. Okay, you two got emergency exits. There's 4 of us in the airplane, plus 2 dogs. Anyway, fun trip. Let's do this thing. And you can see the observer seats off of here. There's me and you. I'm gonna go underneath. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is normally I would turn the engines on first. The problem is if we do that, we're not going to get off the mooring here. We've got the anchor out. You can see this position. I'm in this. This is called the bow hatch. So we're in the bow hatch. We'll get the mooring line off the aircraft. Okay, so we'll unhook that and we'll start blowing in the wind. And the wind is really coming in to the south. It's actually this side, but we're protected in this nice little cove. This is called the protected side of the island. So we're there. All right, you guys ready to go on the island? I'm hooked up to, let me connect into VATSIM. I'm not connected yet. We are, crap, I don't know what my call sign was. It was November 160 Zulu or something like that. And I'm going to say it's an HU1111. Connect. What the 4 characters or less? Yeah, of course. So we're going to say 1, 2, H111. I don't know. I'm just going to say HU16. Yeah, there we go. HU16, I'll hit connect. We got auto ATC going on. All right, what do we got? Max says Dallas Stars 1-0 at the end of the first. Okay, good deal. Pop's on. Hey, Pops, how are you? Is Florida playing tonight? I don't know if Florida is playing. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead down into the bow. We're going to go ahead and unhook. Oops. We got to unhook. Let's go to the cockpit seat here. And then I'm just going to slide my seat up. We'll get the... hang on. Give me this thing. We're going to get it unanchored. And I'm just going to close things from here, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and throw the anchor off. So we're loose. And let's see here. Nose hatch is coming closed. And we'll go ahead and close the nose compartment door. And I'm going to keep that open just for now until we start up and stuff like that. And we are unhooked, so the airplane is going to start either going toward the island or we might have to throw it in reverse really quick. Anyway, let's get the show on the road, okay? Because we gotta get out of here before the wind starts pushing us all over the place, because that's what's going to happen. All right, here we go. Battery switch coming on down here. And on. There we go. Beautiful airplane, you guys. Fuel quantity, we have tons of it. Our fuel is good, and obviously our quantity is high because we're gonna siphon out of those the float tanks. Okay, and generator switches, we've already checked those, and they are off. They should be off. Yep, they're centered and off. Oil cooler flaps, will open those. Get about 5 seconds. Same with the cowls. Get those cow flaps open. Get that engine, that cooling on that engine that we're going to need. Yep, and those flaps are open for us. That's good. Gosh, that's cool. All right, cockpit lighting is good. Master avionics, it's on. Just want to make sure it's on. It's on right there. Good. All right, left, right fuel pumps, switches. Make sure they're off. They should be off. I don't know why they're on right now. It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't save the panel state the way you'd like it to. Okay, and then we got fuel mixtures are in the cutoff position. They're all the way out and back. That's good. And then throttle gust locks are disengaged, and they are. It's right here. Good. Throttles are idle. Magnetos are off. Fuel selectors, both left and right, are in the mains, and they are for now. I'm not going to need to siphon any of those drop tanks. We're just going to keep it Yeah, there we go. We want it centered for now, and then we'll take once we take off, get to cruise, and we'll start pulling out of the other tanks. Okay, supercharger is on the low gear. We don't need that up. Oh, it was on low. Okay, good. Propeller switch RPM maximum. I can just get my head off there. That's on both and both. That's good. And it should be on full increase. Good. Good. Just those two lights. That means we're on maximum. I think we're getting blown out to sea, which is fine. You can see the wind is pushing us. All right, we've got that. Flaps are up, and they are. Parking brake, don't matter. Wheel chocks are done, which would be the anchor, and we will throw the beacon light on. Beacon light is coming to the on position, which it is. We'll throw that on. Anchor lights off. Dang, who shut this thing down? All right, let's start it up. Left engine master is on. Yep. And yep. Okay. The magnetos are both. Yep. Full rich. Okay, we got a full rich engine. Left pump. We'll go ahead and throw that on right now. Right there. Okay. Primer, we're going to hold it. Okay. About 4 seconds. That would actually turn that prop because you got to prime the engine. And once I get this lit, it's going to start turning the aircraft. Here we go. All right, you ready? Clear prop. Nobody's out here anyway, so just the fish, I guess. Come on, baby, catch. There it is. Hear it coughing. See how the airplane's starting to turn into that wind there? That's okay. I want it to list anyway. I want her to spin port starboard. So good light on one. And we'll check the generator. We'll go throw gen on right there. Generator's on. Just taking a look at the oil temps are good. Pressures are good. It's just so easy to look at this. Perfect. All right, we're going to do the repeat for number 2. Okay, right magnetos on both. That looks good. Full RPM there. Fuel pump coming on. Okay, we're going to go full rich. We'll prime it. 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. All right, we go. Start number 2. All right, release it. All right, so the airplane's going to start. I'm going to start turning it right now with a little bit of power. Just a little bit. I want to get the airplane pointed in the right direction, so kind of get us away from this shore here a little bit. I know we got the hatch open. That's okay. I'll just put it in reverse. All right, she's going to spin that way. I don't like what's happening. Sorry guys, in the water it's I got one in reverse, one out, trying to list the boat on the other side here. There we go. All right, let's take it out of reverse. And I want to just start pulling. It is windy. It does not want to cooperate. Really does not want to cooperate. I got to get the generator running. Generator's on. I'm going to try to put the boat here. Heavy crosswind coming in off of this side. There we go. Point it straight out. We got to get some deeper water here. It's only about 5 feet of water right now. You can see we don't have... Is anybody flying with me? Are you guys lined up? We're going to keep on trucking out there. We're going to do a step taxi here shortly, but I want to make sure I want to get floating the correct direction here. There's a sandbar there. We want to avoid that at all costs. There we go. I'm just trying to get the power settings right. We should be getting deeper water here, not yet. All right, before taxi cabin doors are closed, let's go ahead and close this. Close the latch, it's locked. All right, get us away from that sandbar, that's for sure. I want to try to steer clear of that. I've still got a window open, by the way, so... Alright, rudder boost pump, we got to throw that thing on. Boost pump is on. Okay, right and left fuel pumps are coming off. I'm going to go ahead and shut my window. Even though I think it's awesome outside. Elevator trims in the neutral position. Yeah, pretty much. Slightly nose up, which I want. Alright, we got to throw the transponder, the on position. We're going to go transponder here. On. Alright, I'm trying to get out to the ocean a little bit here on the protected side. And then we'll see what the airplane wants to do. Altimeter set 2992. It's pretty much standard. Okay, transponder's on. We got comm radios are set, and brakes are released. All right, let's do a takeoff check. Left, right, fuel pumps. We can throw them on right now. We're gonna get going for takeoff. We'll taxi a little bit, and then we'll do our departures. Just want to make sure. You see, it's starting to get a little more choppy out here. Now we're not doing any. There's a sandbar here, you guys. I want to avoid that thing. So yes, I want the airplane pointed in this direction. I know there's open ocean there. All right, it's gonna want to list. I know where the wind's coming from, and we got a direct tailwind right now. So what I want to do is we're gonna taxi on the step for a minute. I see trees out there. I just want to avoid that at all costs. So I'm going to bring it up to the step, and the step is where we're going to ride on the hull or the heel of the aircraft. We're just going to get it on the step here at about 20 knots or so. This is called a plowing speed. I don't know if I'm seeing... Yeah, there we go. There we are. We're on the step right there. You see how the airplane rose up? That's on the step. You see quite a lot of crosswind there. I'll show you kind of outside what that looks like. You see? Yeah, see how it's getting choppy now? It's just slow down. All right, now I'm going to go to idle. I'm going to let the aircraft list and pull into the wind a little bit. And now we're going to go set flaps 1. We're going to get ready for departure here. Let's see which way it wants to turn on us. That's coming on. That's coming on. All right, let me get your comments. Sorry, you guys. I've been busy. Florida plays tomorrow. Okay, sorry. Chris, what's going on? Get any fish? Yeah, dude. We got some good fish right here. By the way, we got a new shirt. We're rocking the new shirt. It came today. Just load it in. I'll catch up. You got it. Yeah, I mean, you could do a run-up. You have to do a run-up on the water here. Let's see what the airplane wants to do. I know the wind is coming from the south, so you can see how nice this is. You see, we got 2-foot swells, so no problem for this particular craft. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to rotate the airplane a little bit more this way, and then we'll get it going. So I know where we don't have enough space on this, so what I'm going to do is turn the aircraft more outside, close to that, and then we'll do a run up on the step best we can. All right, right there. And then you see this trees there. We want to kind of avoid that. That would be a bad day if we rake the hull up. Yeah, that wind is pretty strong coming in from the south side. Yeah, the shirt, guys, is awesome. It's, I don't know, it's our logo. Float, fish, fly. Or the other way around. I got fly, float, fish. That's what it is. Really cool. Okay, guys, I see a couple little islands we want to avoid. Like this one. There's a nice little sandbar here, so I'm going to point the airplane in this direction where it's open. And I'm going to go ahead and tune on 122.8. Maybe? I don't know what frequency this thing is. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're getting close. I don't like that. I'm going to go idle, let the airplane do its thing. Should turn us into the wind, weather vane us. That's what's so cool about taking off on the water like this. It's, honestly just points the bow into the wind. It's like, oh, there it is. I don't think there is a frequency here, is there? Nope. I'm just going to go 122.8 on this one. Let me see. Is there charts? No, there isn't. All right, 122.8. I'm just going to broadcast on that. That's COM 2. Oh, that's right. 122.80. There we are. Okay, so we got plenty of open ocean here. Yep, I see an airplane on the runway now. All right, I'm going to take off toward the south of the island. Now let me give you a call. You guys ready to go? All right, let's do this. What's this? Stellars? What the heck is this thing called? Stand by. I'm trying to pull up my documentation. It's Staniel K. Staniel K traffic. November 160 Zulu. We'll be taking off to the south of the island on the water. Staniel K. All right, let's go. All right, we're going to bring up the throttles to 54.5 and we'll rotate about 80 knots. And it's going to might be getting dicey. The airplane wants to go that way toward the, we'll see what we're going to do. Push it right up. Let's go. Get it on the step. She's on the step right now. Then we're going to hold some back pressure here.
Caution on taxiway.
Yeah, I know. And now I want you to put the fly the wings off. We're up in the air already. That's it. We'll accelerate. This is what's so cool about this bird. And there's Stellar's Cay, or Stellar's Stellar, whatever you say it. And we're going to fly right along this island chain. Beautiful fish in there. And there's the... I'm going to climb up some altitude here, but I wanted to... There it is. There's an airport. All right, let's turn inbound. Flaps coming up. Check flaps up. Oh, pointed in the right direction. We'll start our climb. There we go. On our way, folks. Woohoo! I was just settle in, and we're no longer a boat. We're an airplane. That's what's so cool about this bird. It's pretty sweet. I mean, this airplane, I love it. It's such a fun bird. All right, once we're up in the air right now, propeller RPM, we're going to go 2,500. So we're going to go ahead and pull the power back just a little bit. There you go. Let that go. All right, that's good. Kind of reestablish. We're going to climb to an altitude of 15,000, so we're going to have supplemental oxygen today. And we're really not going to follow the GPS. I mean, we're going to...
Daniel traffic, November 577 Sierra Papa, back taxi to 17.
There we go. That's got to be Steve, huh? All right, so I'm going to just... I know what the GPS is telling us, but you don't want to, you know, we're gonna do this a little bit methodical, if you will. We're just gonna follow the island chain here. That's the heading. Select. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kick the autopilot on. We got roll mode on. We got autopilot and pitch. I'm gonna use flight level change, which is somewhere over here. Where the heck is that? No. Sorry, guys, hang on. I gotta make sure I get this thing right. That's our comms. That's our flight plan. Where was that button? If I wanted to hold speed on this thing, where do you do it? Strobes. I need to turn those on. Sorry, my bad. There's VNav. There it is. That should hold the speed. That's what I want. Okay, on the climb here, we're going to maintain 36 manifold pressure, so I'm going to start that manifold pressure down a little bit. I'm going to set the RPM prop to 24. All right, we're going to set our RPM to 24, and that's back. Let's take a look. Okay. There it is. Sync it up. Beautiful. All right, that's good to go. Engine instruments are looking good. They're down in the center pedestal here. All right, oil pressure is good. Temperatures are good. Fuel is good. And then we're going to burn that fuel, by the way. Let's turn our boost pumps off now. Got to clean this thing up a little bit. That's off. That's off. And then those landing lights, man, that's adding like what, 15 knots of drag. We're gonna go ahead and retract those off, and we'll turn them off. should come up on those wings. Good. What a beautiful day here to fly in the Caribbean. We're going to go down to the Great Exuma. We're basically going to take these islands straight down, and then we're going to jump over to Dead Man's Cay, do a little bit of dead reckoning. You can see the wind. It's not too bad. It's only about 4 knots and a crosswind right now. All right, float tanks, main tanks. That's what we're going to do next.
Standard traffic, November 577 Sierra Papa, taking up 17 Daniel.
I believe I got the fuel in the... take a look at our fuel. Yeah, we got it in the aux and not the externals, so they're in the float tanks. And I don't know why. So we're going to come over here, and you can see you have 2 external tanks with basically the drop tanks. And then you want your float tanks to be on right now. And they're going to siphon. Basically, it's not going to siphon out of that. That's going to transfer fuel from the float into your main tank. Temperature right now, you guys, about 50 degrees. So it's nice and getting a little chilly for you in the back. So I'm going to have to turn on some heat for you. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it, right? All right, I'm going to turn this. Let me get this yoke down for a minute so we can see what we're doing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw the cabin heat on. That's de-icing. That's heater. There's our heater. Heater's coming on. We'll ventilate the cabin. And then you got heat going. And I'm going to start closing the doors into the engine cowl and I'll just keep it open. You could see the heat right now. All right, those are on. Oil's fine. That's alternate cab air. We don't need that. That's good. Battery bus is good. APU's off. Right gen is looking good. All right, you guys, that's it. We're going to settle in for the climb here. I'm just going to try to get some better ground speed than last time. Last time we were a little heading slick coming up. Last time we were a little on the, you know, slower side, if you will. It was like we were doing like 140 over the ground. I want to do a little bit faster than that. So we can climb to 15,000. We're on an IFR flight plan anyway. And we're going to settle in here. It's about 2 hours. We can get to cruise altitude. I do have to do supercharger when we get to about 10,000. So that's it. All right, let's take a look at our fuel status. I'm just going to peek up here. And our fuel flow is 191 gallons per hour.
Jason, and you just kind of follow the land mass down?
Yeah, we're going to go through the island straight down. Even though our flight plan has us going over the trench, we're just going to stay over the land. That's a 4 hours, and I like endurance, 4 hours and 28 minutes of endurance on the fuel.
Solid copy.
What's up, Nate? How are you? Hopefully you're well. Shelton, how are you doing, buddy? He says, good evening, Captain. Hope your week was a good one. How do bees get to school? They take the school buzz. I gotcha. I got it. That was a good one. I like it. Works for me. All right. So you can see out the windows here. This is the Exumas, the Great Exumas they're called. And we're going to keep on trucking down to, climbed about 15,000 today. Kind of get us maybe some better ground speed, and we can push the airplane a little more efficient. and get some more endurance out of the airplane. I'll take a look at those. Yeah, we're burning from the fuel tanks. Good. So what it's doing is it's transferring fuel from our floats into the main wing tanks, and then it's burning from there. Just like on the MD-80, if you will. But anyway, the shirt's pretty cool. I like it. It's, you know, you can get some t-shirts where they do like, you know, they put that paint on it. This is not like that. This is a transfer. And that means this is going to last longer. And the vendor had it to me. I ordered it a week and a half ago, so it got here pretty quick. So our coastal store, I'm going to start shifting over to this vendor. I really liked what they have. My wife's going to kill me. I keep ordering shirts. She's going to go, what the heck? Yeah, I'm going to pull that. Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Just going to lean it out just a little bit. There we are. Pull that fuel flow down as we start the climb here. We're barely climbing at 91. Fun. You can see what the GPS is saying. You know, we're going to basically go around Great Exuma, and then gives us a chance, you know, especially in a radial aircraft like this. You know, we blow an engine or something, and we're out in the middle of Timbuktu out here, we're going to have a problem. Even though the swells are okay, we're not doing too bad on those. I'm going to start closing the 1002. That's our cow flaps and our oil temperature here. Let's take a look in the back. And just to the observer window, if you will. That's here. Yeah, you see those cow flaps are slightly open now. They did a good look. Asobo did a good job on this airplane. I'm impressed with it. They really did. All right, 9,700. We're gonna have to put the supercharger on in a minute. We're gonna go high. What did we miss here? Cruise climb 36 on the M manifold pressure. So I'm gonna bump that up. We're losing just a little bit of that manifold pressure as we climb. There we are. I throw that rudder boost pump off, didn't I? Nope. That's off. All right, there's 10,000 superchargers coming on the high side. Kick in another gear. That's what we needed. We're doing good. We should be maintaining about 120 knots. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. Steve, what are you flying? Steve, what are you in? It's going to kind of point the aircraft toward Little Exuma. And then we're going to go to Donkey. And so Great Exuma, where we landed to clear customs, is down
Last
here.
calling, you're unreadable.
Okay. Let me just click your little plane icon and see what you're flying. Don't know. That means I'm too far from you. All right, we're gonna settle in here, and then we'll get a. Let's get a reading on the GPS. I want to see if I can do this. And those cylinder head temperatures are right in the yellow. Whew. I got to turn the hang on, I got to turn the cabin fan on for you guys. Not fan, but the heat. I guess it's getting pretty cold. I don't know where. I don't know what I'm looking at. Here we go. Maybe not. That's the one thing I don't like about this stupid. I'm stuck with this camera. All right, hold on. Let's do it this way. Like that. And we're gonna go cabin air on. Right there. And I'll push it to 70 degrees for you. Otherwise, it's going to get really cold. Right now, the outside air temperature is about 0, so 32. All right, guys, 13,000. Manifold coming down to about 36. There we are. What's our ground speed? I gotta change all that. Let's check the ground speed. We're at 13,000. I want to be able to throw my yeah, I want all the detail on the chart. See, I'm used to like you can have, you know, all the other options to put ground speed and all that in there. Oh, we're doing 152 over the ground. There it is. It's right in front of my face, you guys. My teeth, did it bite me? Look at how pretty that is. There's the great. That's a great Exuma. That's where we cleared customs. Gosh, it's just really pretty, isn't it? Cool. We might got a little bit of a pickle here. Let's see. Let's see if that works better or maybe not. I don't know. All right, let's try that. And I'm saying we're getting the turbulence now and all that good stuff. I'm really turning the bow toward, it's called Stella Marina, Dead Man's Cay. We're basically going to start, you can see this island chain out here. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to kind of leapfrog to here, and then we're going to cut down. All right, here comes 15,000. When we get to 15,000, we're going to transition to cruise. And we're going to set high, supercharger set high already. We'll maintain 30 on the manifold pressure. And here we go, 15,000. Going to hold it. We'll let the airplane accelerate. We'll set our propeller RPM to 1800. And we got to start saving some gas because we might be in a pickle. Where did that come from? You guys know what movie that's from? I got in the biggest pickle ever. I just dated myself. I love that movie. I don't know. You guys tell me what it is. I want to accelerate to 140. Let's go, dude. Keep it going. It might slow us down a little bit anyway. But, you know, if we can get it to 140, we can kind of get going. We'll be on supplemental oxygen, by the way. We'll have to do that. All right, you guys. We're here. We're good. Let's do a cruise. Let's set it up. Throttles are going to come down to 30 on the manifold pressure. Right there. And then our RPM is about 1800. So what I like to do is just come over here, hold this down, and look. That's the wrong way, huh? Sorry, wrong. Let it go. A little more. There you go. Look at our efficiency. Look at our endurance. 5 hours and 41 minutes. Told you this thing's got range for days. Now that's approximately 15, 16, 17. A little bit on the high side. We'll turn it down a couple more. 1,000. There we are. About 6 hours of range, you guys. And our ground speed, let's see if we can't get good. I wonder if I have, nope. There we go. And we're not VFR right now. I mean, we're VFR on top, if you will, but squawk what? 4617. That's ident. Oops. Code 4617. Okay, so I'm squawking that. And you can see it kind of how we're going to go past the Great Exuma is off on our right. We're passing that now, and I'm going to go ahead and close up all of my panels here. Cylinder heads ever come down? Nope. I'm going to go ahead and shut those down now. We're going to close completely the oil cooler and both cow flaps. Let's close them full. We'll just watch those cylinder heads. Our outside air temperature, you guys, I don't know if you can see it, but we're looking at basically freezing. So 32 degrees. Up at 15,000, and our ground speed right now is approximately 176 knots over the ground. That's pretty good. We'll take that. All right, you guys, we have about 10 legs before. And what we're going to do is see this island chain. We're going to fly it down. So crank over just a little bit. We're basically going to be leaving the Bahamas. But I want to know in the chat, you guys that are with me still here, we have 10 legs to do this in by August or so. I want to know where do you guys want to go? That's what I really want to know. Where are you going to go? Where in the Caribbean? Put it in the chat. Where would you guys like to fly this thing to? We're going to do a full tour all the way around. Jamaica on the way up. I want to hit Jamaica, and then we'll come over. There's a couple of really cool little spots we can go to. Look at this. This is really sweet. This island, Stella Maris. What's this called? This is about Long Island. Dead Man's Cay is over here. We're passing Hog Cay. Hog Cay is over here, so that's what we got. Nice. Let's take a look at the charts. Let's see. So our next leg, next week, there's going to be a couple Fridays that I'm not going to be able to go, so it's just about what we've got here, and I don't know how. So we're going to see these island chains. We're going to split them right there. Yeah, it's perfect. And that's going to... Sorry, guys. I got this big old chart. Sectional charts. You got to love them. San Salvador is way off of the wing. Yeah, it's right out there. You can see that island, San Salvador. Probably can't even see it, but this is really deep water in here, guys. It's like 5,000 feet or so. I mean, yeah, it's deep. So let's look. Our next leg, after we get to the Turks here, I mean, we could go to Dominica, but I mean, you would think that would be the next logical stopover, right? We have to keep the legs about 2.5 hours because we only have 10 legs to do. So if there's islands that you guys want to see, what islands do you guys want to see? I want to know where you want to go. There's a couple of cool ones that I'd like to go to. So St. Bart's, that's on my list. We got to fly into St. Bart's. That would be a cool one. We're gonna do a land. We'll do a water landing and then just pull up next to the beach. It's a pretty area there. And you guys could fly with us there as well. We got Rum Cay coming up off to the right. Everything's to the right. Look at the water split. I mean, that's so cool that you guys can see it. Look at this. So you could see, especially out front of the aircraft, look at the water change. Look at the coloration. This right here is deep, deep crap. I mean, we're talking 5,000. This is between 20 and 30 feet, according to my chart. And in closer, it's like 5. So, and you could tell. I mean, you could see the difference of that teal water versus the real dark blue. Cool stuff. Basically, we're going to take the bow and go straight, or the nose of the airplane, and go straight across this way. All right, what do we got? Chris says St. Lucia, good. Dominica. Dominica's awesome. Princess Juliana, okay. So we've got St. Lucia. Let's write that down. St. Lucia's a cool one. We'll have to look at the airport. We fly there at Coastal, and we fly in this little airport surrounded by mountains, like mountainous terrain everywhere. And there's like a cruise ship. It's pretty cool. I haven't been there in a while, but we should totally do that. That would be really cool. All right, I'm gonna check our oil situation. Just make sure our cylinder heads are doing good and nothing's creeping up on us. Yeah, it's good, stable, where it was before. Cool stuff. And then
Jason,
another...
It should be about 5 miles to your 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Roger, I gotcha. On the left side, on the right side. Okay, buddy, what are you in? He's got to be flying something fast. This airplane's not fast. Let's be honest, but it's not built for speed. It's built for endurance, and it's built like a tank.
Baron B-58.
Ah, that's why. You're in a Baron. That thing is quick. That's cool stuff. All right, we're going to Dead Man's Cay, which is basically 12 o'clock off the nose of the airplane. And like I said, when we land at Providenciales, what we're going to have to do is wash the airplane. It's going to get a full bath. It costs $500 to wash the airplane. We got to get all the salt water off of it. The engines are going to get washed too. I mean, we're doing a full-on maintenance when we get there. You can't sit in the water that long and in salt water, that is. That nasty stuff. So let's talk about the next leg, you guys. We got St. Lucia on the list. We've got, you want to do Princess Juliana. That's going to be St. Martin. You know, that would be really cool, is to beach it right there on that beach, Maho Beach. We could do a water landing right on the beach. That would be cool. While you guys fly over, that'd be sweet. We gotta organize that. But that's what, another 2 legs, right? Let's take a look. I really got to sit down this week and try to hammer out where we want to go, because we only have really 10 legs. So this is going to be leg 2 to Providenciales here. Grand Turk. I'm trying to think. Now the fuel costs are going to... I looked at the fuel numbers. I think it's they're doing at the FBO we're going to, it's like $5.74 US per gallon, and we're gonna need to top the tanks, so it's gonna be around 10 grand to get the tanks filled up on this airplane. It's expensive, isn't it? Jeez. So I'm looking on our chart, right, and I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. I can show you. Hatchet, what does he say? Would be nice for St. Bart's. Okay. So we got 3. There's 3 islands right there. We don't have to do the whole Caribbean, right? I mean, we don't have to go all the way down to Aruba unless you guys want to. But I want to know in the chat where your islands are. And if you list it, we're going to fly there. So if you list the island and it's in the Caribbean, we're going to make a point to stop. So we will include that in one of our stops. So right now we have, it's only money. That's what my dad says. That's what Pop says. Only money. Don't worry about it. 10 grand in fuel? Oh my gosh. And that was cheap. Like, there's 2 FBOs on the field we're headed to. One of which was $7 a gallon. The other was $5. I'll take the 5. Like, you kidding me? And we got to get provisions, by the way. So we're going to be landlocked. We're going to go to the store, buy some more gas. We'll get gas, food, water. We got to get it for the next trip. And when we have range on this airplane. We have range. This thing could go over 1,400 nautical miles in one shot. Now, I don't want to do that because that's going to be like a bazillion hours just sitting here. But you know what I mean, right? You get the drift. So we're exiting the Bahamas, folks. We're on our way. We'll head up to the Caicos and that kind of stuff. So if you put down in the chat where you want to go, we're going to make it a point to stop there. We got Princess Juliana, which is St. Martin, and I think it'd be fun to depending on where we go on these next two legs. We can skip Dominica. It would be a long flight if we skip Dominica. We could skip Dominica. I mean, what if we went, listen, just listen to how crazy this sounds. What if we went from Providenciales, right? Am I saying that right? I know I'm not saying that right. That's my what if we went there? We could go to Punta Cana, but I'm not gonna. What if we skipped that, went to Puerto Rico, did a tech stop there in Puerto Rico, and there's a little airport just to the north of Puerto Rico, and it's a really cool airport. Let's see, what's our track? We're doing about 170 over the ground. We're about to get passed by this beach baron somewhere over here. He's out there somewhere, looking at the observation window. Look at how pretty that is. That's just pretty, you guys. That's gorgeous out there. And we're flying over Dead Man's Cay. We're still in the Bahamas.
I still can't see you.
Yeah, I'm looking visual. I can't see either. Look at that left aux tank. It's burning pretty good. Dan the man, Jason, when is Coastal getting these in the fleet? You could definitely beach it in at St. Bart's. That's what we're going to do. So St. Bart's will be a beach. We'll beach it down there. I'm going to keep the airplane pointed in this direction. I don't know if you see what I see, but I've got land right there, land ho, and that's where we're going to fly. Right there, and we'll take it all the way down. So that's what I want to know that too as well. Our next leg, are we going to fly? Where's our next stop? If we did from here all the way down to Puerto Rico, we're talking hundreds of miles. We're talking a long way. That's a long, long way. I'd have to look at the distance, really, guys. I mean, that's incredible. We could go, now this is my craziness, we could go to St. Thomas. I wonder how long that would be here. Let's see. I'm just guessing, right? St. Thomas, Charlotte Emile. Or we can go direct to St. Martin. How do you like that for endurance? It's probably about a 6-hour flight if we did that. Watch out for the Oilers. Are they doing good? Yeah, Dan, I would love these in our fleet, man. They would be fun. Super fun. I'm going to try to squeak out a little more. Just a touch more on the mixture. Let's see how that's doing. Yeah, that's better. That's probably where it needs to be, top dead center. Where is that airplane? I know that Baron's got tons of range too, doesn't it? Let me go back here. Look, dude. Let's go over here. Let's see what we
Yeah, I
can
get
see
it
out
going
there.
for about 4 hours.
Yeah, it's probably about 4 or 5 hour trip if we went direct. It's awesome. Would you guys want to see a long stream like that? And the reason why I'm asking is because if we don't do that and we stop, every time we stop is a week. So think about that, right? So if I had to stop in, Punta Cana, and that's 2 weeks, it's 2 stops that we'd have to make. So it just depends um, on what you guys would want to see. And I got land ahead, and that land ahead, we're just passing. We're still in Bahamas. The Bahamas are still coming up. All these islands that you see are good to go. Last stream was 4 hours. I got you. Yeah, this stream, it would be a long day. I'm just saying it's going to be upwards of, if we ended up doing that, it would be a long haul, guys. Which I'm okay with. Like, heck, I'm alright with that. I wouldn't do it on a Friday night. I would probably take a day off and just do it all day. It would take all day to do it. But I got to plot that out and see. You know what? I'm going to do it right now on my app. Let's take a look at it. Dude, it looks like you're over the top. You're not. Okay. I'm going to turn a few degrees to the east. Hold on. What was that about? There we are. See the island straight ahead? That's Crooked Islands in the Bahamas. What is going on? There we are. So I'm going to show you guys on the app and let's see what we come up with. How's that? Let's do some cool stuff. Unload this. All right, let me go ahead and pull this up. You tell me, chat. I want to know what you guys want to do, chat. I mean, it's really your call. I'm just having fun wherever we fly. It doesn't matter. And the coastal flights, by the way, are continuing. I've got, oh my gosh, I did a proving flight this week, and I did 3 of them. So plus another 5 from the last Caribbean run I did. So yeah, we have tons of content for Coastal Airways. That is for sure. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Let's see what we got here. All right, so here's our. This is where we are. This is live right now. Let's just plan this. If we went Providence Ellis, let's just, for the heck of it, we're going to click add to the route. And I'm going to do that as a origin airport. And then let's just scroll the way down. Look at, you guys would want to go. Would you want to stop at St. Thomas? I didn't see that. I said St. Martin. So let's just say you guys want to do St. Martin. And I'm going to click add to route. And that's a destination. We'll click add. Let's see how many miles this thing is going to be. And then we got to put some waypoints in between. Obviously, we'll add this as a waypoint. All right. That's 67 miles. That's not that big of a deal. And then we're going to have to use this to cross over the strait.
Jason, how's the ride over there? I'm starting to get some bumps.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's light stuff right now. And then we click add to route. There's a fix. We'll add it. Okay. And then our next waypoint would be that Punta Cana. Add to route. Fix after. I just want to get like a realistic number. San Juan. Add to route. Fix after. Because realistically, we wouldn't fly, you know, and then there. So totals.
Visual. Gotcha. 1 o'clock high. Correction, 11 o'clock high.
Where are you at? Oh, I thought I saw him. Yeah, I see him. He's right there. Way under the airplane right there. I got him. Or is that a boat? I can't tell if that's a freighter or what the heck that is. All right, we're in deep water. That's deep, deep stuff right now. You guys see an airplane down there? There it is. That's awesome. That don't look like a Baron. Like a torpedo or something like that coming out of Scenic. Shoot. Yeah, so it really is up to you guys. I mean, this route that we just planned, let's do the math. I'm going to do the math just for the heck of it. I want to see what we're looking at. That first leg, 67 miles. Then we do 106. Then 144. 135. 167. How about 619 nautical miles? Woo! 619 nautical miles. Ooh. So knowing that, at 619 nautical miles, let's. Where's my whiz wheel? You know I have an E6B in here. You guys know that, right? What did I say? 619 nautical miles. You guys with me? So 619. I'm looking at an estimated here. Question mark that thing. Let's see what we got. Dude, that's not bad. 4 hours. That's estimated though. So that's 4 hours, guys. We could do that. So we could do a 4-hour trip, make it a big long trip, and we go right to the Bahamas. I mean, right to St. Martin. Okay, so let's see. We don't have to do that though. That's how many islands did you guys say? We said, Chris, you said St. Lucia, Dominica, Hatchet said St. Bart's, and E6B, who uses that? I do. When you're flying these things, and I've got, Chris, I just dated myself, didn't I? These young kids are like, what the heck's an E6B? They don't even know what that is. Do you guys know what an E6B is? I'll show you. If I can dig it out of my flight bag here. Hang on. It's in my brain bag here somewhere. You probably don't know what that is either. Brain bags. Why do I have a belt in here? So weird. It's a random belt. No. Just to let you guys know, like, look at this. Right? This, we had hundreds of pounds of this crap, and I still have it. High altitude, low altitude charts. I still got it, you guys, from, what date was this? How about 05? Look at this. This is what we used to use. This was the cool stuff. In aviation, this was cool. Paper charts. No, I'm kidding. Because now you can keep it in your iPad and you don't have to kill your back every time you lift one of those up. I have a few around. Exactly right. All right, see this island here? We're going to be basically flying this island, and we're just going to stay on this heading all the way until we get to Mayaguana. It's another island in the Bahamas, very close to Providenciales. So look at how pretty this island is, you guys. That is just gorgeous out there. Man, that's nice. So what I'm trying to say is we might not have to do that. I got a QRH in here. What the? Tons of scratch paper. You know, probably be a good idea for me to clean this out one day. I don't know. Yeah, you're not kidding. The EFB is the best thing ever. Well, that's a bummer. This got hammered pretty good. Oops. What the heck? I got all sorts of stupid stuff in here. But what I'm trying to find is... I got notes in here for an air show. My air show maneuvers I did with the F-14. That was crazy, right? That was a nuts deal. Yeah, I don't know. It's in here somewhere. Another QRH. More scratch paper. I'm just going to clean it all out, you guys. Can you imagine if we lost, like, battery power on our EFB? What would happen? We lost battery power. We'd be hurting. I don't know. I'm gonna have to clean this thing out. You guys, I gotta clean it out now. This is gonna drive me crazy. Look at all these papers. Checklists and cards and all flows and look at all that. Shoot. Unbelievable. I got to turn about 5 degrees to the left. I cleaned out my flight bag, found all kinds of stuff. I'm sure you did. What's this receipt from 1984? This is an awesome book right here. I keep this in my bag all the time for 737 stuff. iCloth Avionics. These are great wipes. I got those in there. A mask from 2020. What else we got in here? Shoot. An old Jeppesen binder, you guys, with nothing in it. This is empty. It's just nothing. It's just blank pages. There's nothing even in there. I don't know what I'm doing there. There. Guys, I can't find my E6B. Where'd it go? I bet you it's not even in here. Of course not. I pull this whole thing apart. That's all right. Whatever. I'll clean it up. We got nothing but time. I think I know where it is, and it's not in here. It's probably in my I got like a tub of stuff. It's probably sitting in there. But anyway, it's a good excuse to clean it all out. An airline card. Got all sorts of crap in here. One more little piece of paper way down there. Brain bags were cool, you guys. I liked brain bags. You guys know what I'm talking about? So brain bags, they used to, basically they come like this on the Jeppesen. This is all leather, and then you just shove a whole bunch of paper charts in there. And I got 4 of these things all lined up in the brain bag. Brain bags were cool because you could put stickers on them, right? So you ever see like a flight crew walking around with a bunch of stickers on their flight bag? That's what we call a brain bag, by the way. They you could see a lot of character on those things. CPT Denny, how are you? Old phone numbers. We need to get Wombat on here flying with you, okay? Yeah, old phone. I just found a receipt from like, I don't know, when I was at Riddle. Jeez. That's hilarious. This is an old Southwest. Look at that. Look at how old that is. That's a Southwest ATIS form. I mean, that's the old logo. Do you guys see the Southwest logo? That is hilarious. That's fun. That's awesome. All right, you guys, we're heading over to, this is the Bahamas. We're passing more islands. There's another airport right there. That airport is called Colonial Hill. Crooked Islands. That's where we are right now. Beautiful, beautiful island. And I'm cleaning out my flight bag, and you guys are witnessing all the junk I have. Quarters in here. All sorts of garbage. I have staples. Look, staples are attached to it. Look at that right there. That's awesome. How did that happen? That is so cool. It's just, you can be surprised how much crap you can put in here, man. I'm just like, wow. What in the bag tags? Nice bag tag. Don't need that. Oh, that's fun. Makes me laugh, man. Quarters, pennies. Shoot. It makes me chuckle. Anyway, that's what we're doing. So if you just joined the chat, I'm cleaning out the flight bag. But other than that, we're trying to plot out where we want to go in the Caribbean. We've got a couple of in the chat right now. I'm going to write down just to preserve. You know what I don't have in my flight bag? A pen. That's what I need. The thing I need, I don't have. I got it now. We're good. All right, I'm going to write the islands down, okay, guys, so we don't forget. So if you guys want to, we're doing this the whole summer. We're going to be flying basically around the Caribbean. We've got about 10 weeks, really. Oh, man. We got about 10 weeks to do this, so I got to tell you guys, we're close. We're pretty close to the to Providenciales. I'm not kidding. We're probably about 116 miles away, which is close. I may have missed you talking about it. About the oh boy. I read your comment. I'm going to plead the fifth. Did they lift? If they're, I can't say anything about it, Hatchet, right now. And the reason is, I think I'm under NDA still, so I can't say anything. So I'm just going to plead the fifth on that. I can't make a comment. Once the NDA is lifted, I'll tell you my thoughts. But right now, I can't. You tell me what you think. How's that? We'll go from there. I'd like to know your thoughts on it. CPT Denny, what's going on? He said, I saw the message you left on the bid sheet for my trip. Yes, I did, John. I left you a nice message. Copy that, understood. Right. I'm glad. I probably don't have to say anything, and you're going to be like, yep. This is what it is, right? I don't know. To be 100% honest, I don't know. I haven't. It just, anyway, I don't know. I don't know yet. The jury's out. I know they're working hard on it. That I do know. What have you guys seen so far? What have you seen in the community so far about it? You guys tell me while I write the islands down. And all of this, I tore my whole entire flight bag, and I don't have an E6B. It's in the back, where it's not a good spot for it, really. Okay, let's do the islands. We had... All right, Chris, have a good one, bud. I have no dog in the fight for the 500. Looks good from what I've seen, but you're my first thought when I heard about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, have you seen the streamers? Anybody seen any of the streams going on with it? I know they had to pull back the release a little bit. That I do know. The monthly subscription, yeah. I mean that. But if you think about it, I mean, if you think about it this way, right? They're charging you $5 for a month, so you spend $5, you fly the thing, and that's your trial period, and you say, "Do I want to fly this?" I mean, I like that. I like that option because you could test it, and you could see if it runs on your system. You could I mean, I like that aspect of it. The license, to get the full license, it's steep, right? I mean, it's $120 or something like that. It's pretty steep. So you have to weigh that out on, I mean, crap, you could even fly it for a month and stop your subscription, right? And then when you want to fly it again, you subscribe again, or all that stuff. So I like that aspect of it where they have that going, which is unique and different. But it's cool for folks who want to try that, I'm just turning the bow into the wind a little bit. I should say the nose. Hatchet says, yes, I've seen a few non-professionals of the aircraft stream it. And your thoughts? And what were their thoughts? Now that's the question, right? What were their thoughts on it? Okay, guys, so we're going to, what did we say? We said The first island, obviously, you guys want to go to TNCA, which is St. Martin. Then we want to go to St. Bart's. Then we want to go to Dominica. Maybe not in this order. Okay. After Dominica, is there anything to the south that you'd want to go see? Oh, St. Lucia. St. Lucia. Question I should have asked then, since you know, that is a good question. So this answer I'm going to tell you will probably tell you more if you dig into my answer I'm going to give you. It's probably going to will probably shed some light on what I think and how I'm thinking, right, in terms of the future. Now, these airplanes are a dime a dozen in real life, right? So you can get one of these airplanes for about 1.5 million or so, you know, used and abused kind of thing. They're everywhere. They are. So you could do a pretty good job getting them. I was going to buy them for coastal areas. We were going to order probably about 4 or 5 500s because we have a niche. No, we have a gap in the market between the CRJ and the 700. Sometimes I don't want to fly a CRJ into an airport. It's only 70 seats, right? So I'm not going to, you know, I want to maximize that route per se. So I'm looking for that 120 to 130 range aircraft. I have my eyes set on a 717 for a long time, and I still do, but I'm hesitant because Captain Sim, it doesn't do a great descent profile. You got to calculate all that crap, and it's just kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those things where it's just, you know. Anyway, we still might get 7-1s. Don't get me wrong. I like the airplane. I just don't. It's not there yet. Does that make sense? Captain Sim is kind of just, meh. It's just, I mean, it was a good upgrade on it. They did a new version, which was great, but still the descent, the approach, it's all jacked up. Things broken. So then the classics came, and I was, you know, we were going to buy them. And then Nate over there, he has a little brokerage thing going on. He said, I can get you 8 600s for a decent price. Would you consider those? And I went, So just to be honest, Coastal, we just put an order down yesterday for 8 600s. We are not going to get the classics. At least for now. We may pick up the 300s, but I doubt it. So do with what you will with that answer. But right now, as it stands today, that's what we're going to do. We're avoiding the classics for now. As a business decision, right? So, you know, we got 8 600s coming, and they're good pricing, and they're going to burn less fuel than the classics will, even though the 600 will yield per cost is just like a 700. That's the problem with the 6s. That's why they weren't very popular, because the operating cost was just like a 700, almost exactly, with 10 less people. Right? So you have, you know, we could squeeze 130 passengers in a one-class configuration of that airplane, 126 to 130. Yeah. Anyway, Hatchet, now you can see what I'm thinking. That doesn't mean it's not going to be, you know, it doesn't mean it's. I know they're working on it, right? I know I haven't been able to test it, so to be perfectly honest with you. So, so I don't know. I can't give you and that's kind of why I just can't give a good answer, right? I just don't know. I know they're working on it. That I do know. Yeah. John said, I'm here for the 7.5. Trust me, so am I. When that 7.5 comes out, man, whew, we are going to be all over that like white on rice, man. We just will be. We just, it's just a great airplane for us. Great performance. And that's why I like the 600. The 600 is going to be used for underserved markets that are tight. You know, you need performance to get out of. So think like they're awesome in the Caribbean. We have 4 of them, and they run the entire Caribbean ops for us. And they are such good airplanes in the Caribbean. They do a good job. You know, anywhere between 30 and 50-minute flights, and they can get out of anything. Lots of power. I mean, power for days on those things. So really, really, really good performance. So when we get them, think about Telluride. Even the 700 would do good at Telluride, but the 600 would be a rocket ship getting out of that airport. Those kind of things I'm thinking of. Yeah. Be careful, Dewan might come in here scratching his neck. Exactly. He probably would. I mean, he's itching for it. That's funny. All right, guys, so we're coming up to May Iguana Passage, and this is the last island in the Bahamas, and we're done. This is it. We got about 84 nautical miles to destination. That's pretty good. So you guys, right now on the list you've given me, we have 1, 2, 3. That's 4 weeks. We have 4 weeks of flights to do. We have St. Martin, St. Bart's, Dominica, and St. Lucia. I'm going to add Jamaica or Grand Cayman, because I think on our way up we'll go Grand Cayman or Jamaica. He bought the Flight Factor 7.4 for X-Plane yesterday. Oh, gosh. Good for him. He's getting ready, right? He's getting ready to get through training and all that good stuff. That's going to be fun. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of 757 content on this channel. I got to tell you, I'm really considering putting that airplane on the New York Rangers next year, next hockey season, just because of the performance, right? Think about this. It burns a lot more fuel than the MD-80. So the MD-80 burns around 3,500 pounds to 3,000 pounds an hour per engine. So that's 6,000 pounds of fuel, 6 to 6,500 pounds of fuel. So it burns about 1,000 to 1,500 more pounds than the 7.3. Close to maybe 2,000 pounds. The 7.5 per engine burns about 4,500 to about 5,000 pounds per engine. So you're doubling the burn of a 7.3. And I was thinking about it, and I said, okay, that's a lot of fuel burn, but we can jam a lot more cargo in the airplane, and we can pull and carry a lot more payload. So if we can jam it with cargo, we can really, because on the MD-80 we're stuck when we do those long haul flights from New York to LA or even up to Canada, in Edmonton area, we can't get cargo on the airplane. Maybe we could put 200 pounds in the hold, in addition to the players' like equipment, because the players are pulling about 4,000 pounds on the cargo, 4 to 6 right around there, and the rest we just can't get the hold full enough. So I'm just thinking. This dog's got to go. I'm just thinking that we could do it. I mean, we could do a 7.5. We'll have a cut rate for that, but then we can jam the hold with cargo. And we might be in good shape if we did that. I mean, think about it. If we could put maybe 2 times more cargo than the MD-80, we'll be making more money. Now, will that offset the burn? I don't know. And that's one of the things that we're going to have to really find out is, would the burn be better or not? I don't know. That is the question to be asked. All right, guys, I'm going to start turning the aircraft a little bit over here. Turn 150 on the heading. We'll intercept. This dog's got to go. I got to get her going here. Right about there is going to be good for us. We'll point it in the right direction. And we're about just a few miles away. Approximately 73 nautical miles. So I'm going to get up. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, Dominica. What did I say? Grand Cayman. And we got to do Miami because that's going to be the last leg. And then Jamaica. What's that put us at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have room for 3 more stops. This is, well, no. We have room for 2 more because this one took up 1. So in addition, anyway, I'm going to step out a minute. I got to let my dog out. I will be right back. But start thinking about, we have 2 more stops to do. We can maybe stop in if that's as far south as you want to go as St. Lucia, then I think we'll be in good shape. But we'll see. I'll be right back, folks. I got to let my dog out. Alrighty then. Okay, we're back. Sorry. We're 60 miles away. Start grabbing a visual here of this place. Tune in the VOR here. Where's the VOR? I got 1156. Let's go ahead and see if I can do it. 115.6. There we go. Now, I know I'm on the GPS. We'll hook up to the GPS unit in just a minute. And I'll get off the heading. He's weighing. That Baron is pushing us, man. Anyway. Come up to Lake Michigan. Well, you know. Lake Michigan. And this thing, we could do that. That'd be a fun trip, won't it? Take us forever, but we could do it. This thing's awesome. I love this airplane. Last islands in the Bahamas, you guys. We are done with the Bahamas. We are out of there. What's that Baron going? Like 200 knots or something? That's the thing about this airplane, you guys. It's not... shoot. Alright, tanks are coming off. We're going to have to throw those... our... Ah! No. No. Come on, get up there. Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. There we go. Right there. We're going to turn those off. They're off now. Okay, so... No, they're not off. Now they are. That's drop. That's nothing. Float tanks off. Float tanks off. Okay, so that's... oh, look at that. So I'm going to try to get into the GPS here. And let's hit nav. Beep. Will it turn us? Yes, it will. Look at that. There we go. Heading over. I see the island ahead. It's right there, straight ahead, 12 o'clock. So if we have St. Thomas, St. Bart's, Dominica, St. Lucia, Grand Cayman, Miami, and Jamaica. That leaves room for 3 more islands, which I'm probably going to do instead of doing that 4-hour flight, which we could do, by the way. I'm not adverse to it at all. We could do it. It's a 600-mile journey in this airplane. It would take us 4.5 hours or something like that. I don't know. That's carburetor. Okay, so you got carb air down here. This thing is sweet. I love it. They did a good job. I'm just kind of poking around here and seeing. There's a headphone jack. It's really nice. Look at the seatbelt signs. No smoking. So what's this? Cabin signs. It's interesting. Huh. ETA. I don't know. 180 indicated. Yeah, you're cooking. We're doing 166 over the ground. I mean, when this airplane, you guys, is not built for. This is not built for speed. This is one of those airplanes that just. It's not a speedy aircraft, right? It's not supposed to be. We got a 46 miles. I'm going to go ahead and start tuning into the frequency here of tower. Let's take a look at the ATIS 132.450. 132.450. Sorry, I got my head down. I'm just trying to... Can we get the ATIS in? 132.45. Now, wait. I'm going to want to start descending here shortly. Let's see what the airport's saying. Okay, I got winds 116. So the prevailing 110 at 6. Prevailing winds are going to be basically, we're going to be lining up for runway 10. Let's read some notes on this. I'll show you the charts. I'm going to dig into the chart here while we're up, and we'll take a look. And you can see, let's read this right here. I don't think I can go. Oh, yeah. Warning, parasailing takes place on Grace Bay from sunrise to sunset, 600 feet MSL. Pilot should exercise caution. All aircraft using the main aprons are required to utilize ground handling services. Yeah. Parking position shall be prearranged. Taxiway D is not authorized for use by public transport at night. Okay. Taxiway C, D, and E, and F. That's where we're not going there. We're going to C. Are authorized to accommodate up to maximum code C aircraft. Taxiways A and B, code D, and taxiway G, code E. Marshals and wing walkers required for parking and pushback. All right, so that's where we're going. We're going on this side of the FBO. I'm sorry, this FBO right here. So we're going to go ahead and go right up here. There's the FBO. I believe that's going to be Providence Ciela's Jet Center, Provo Jet Center it's called. And that's kind of the plan. Anyway, I got the airport in sight. We'll start our descent over there. I'm going to go ahead and call our tower here, 119.9. Just going to get on the frequency. Flip that over. We're going to go 119.9, and we'll start our descent. We'll start a nice cruise descent, so we don't shock cool the engines or anything like that. 119.9. Here we are. All right, there we go. 119.9, we'll flip over. There we go. And we're going to start our cruise descent into the airport. Okay, throttles are going to come down to 20 on the manifold pressure. I'm going to start descending down to probably 3,000 for now. And we want to hold about... a little slower on the manifold. We'll get it down about 20. I'm going to do a will it hold it or not? Yes, it will. Hold at 123. Okay, RPMs will have to come up to 2,300. And I'm going to need to descend a little quicker. So I might go vertical speed on me. And I might just kind of bring it down about 1,300 feet a minute there. And we're going to go ahead and pull the RPM up to 2,300. All right, there's about 2,300 RPM, and we're looking at 20 on the manifold. And we need to come up more. About 1,500 RPM there. 1,500 on the... We're going to close those cowl flaps now. all the way. You don't want to shot cool them. So you want to keep that heat in those engines as we start our descent. Okay, while we're thinking about it, I'll throw the rudder boost. I'll go throw that on. This will be a ground landing today, so the gear is going to come down. And the pressure is 1017 on the QNH. Now, you guys know if there's a spot where to...
Provinciales traffic, November 5770 Sierra Papa is about 20 miles to the west. We set up for a straight in runway 10, Provinciales.
I'll be doing... That's what we're going to be doing. Alright, somebody have 1017. How do we change that? Do you guys know? Is there a way to change? Inches instead of... I don't know where to set that. That's altitude reporting. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will know. 1017 in inches. Okay, 3003.
Provinciales traffic, November 5770 Sierra Papa. 10 miles to the west, line straight in, runway 10, Provinciales.
Alright, there's Providenciales. It's straight ahead from us. We're going to go ahead and drop down a little bit to where they are, and we're going to go ahead and kind of take it off, fly heading south. When we get a little closer, that's what we've got. Okay, guys, we're through 10,000 feet here, so... Hey, what's going on, Ken? How are you, dude? Hopefully you're doing good. Welcome aboard. We're in a beautiful flying boat, in a yacht, you can say. Heading down to Providenciales from the Bahamas. We took off quite a few hours ago now. Maybe it was what, an hour, 2 hours now. That's not too bad. We're going pretty fast, you guys. They want us to maintain, I'm going to have to throw that manifold pressure down just a touch. We should be heating up. Yeah, that's good. We don't need any probe on right now. Hopefully you're well, bud, and thanks for checking in. Hopefully you're doing well. We're going to go ahead and turn this booster down to low.
Provinciales traffic, November 5770 Sierra Papa is final, runway 10, Provinciales.
And we're going to be landing on the terra firma today because we had the airplane in the water all week. So we're going to simulate that we have to get it washed, maintained, and all that good stuff. Let's take a look at our cylinder head temperatures. Just make sure they're good. Yeah, they're still pushing where they need to push. Yep. So what we'll end up doing is we're going to come in from the north. We'll fly a little bit south of this island. See that lagoon right there? That lagoon is going to be where basically our approach is going to be. That way. So we're going to shoot that. And we're going to just... yeah, it's a cool bird. For sure. This airplane is pretty sweet. Grumman, 1954, I want to say it was built. Pretty cool airplane. It's an Albatross. This is one of my favorites. I've always wanted to fly one of these things, really. I got my seaplane endorsement for this. Unfortunately, I've never flown one yet, but I really want to fly one of these. If I had the dough, I would. This is the airplane I'd buy. Not fast, but gosh, it can go anywhere, which I love. All right, let me call them up. Providenciales traffic. Wait, can you guys hear me? Oops, that ain't right. I gotta adjust my audio, I think. Yeah, you guys couldn't hear me the whole time. Microphone and there. Sorry, guys, I screwed that up. Let me give you a call now. Providenciales traffic, November 160 Zulu. We'll be approaching the airport from the north, about 25 out. Expecting visual 110, or excuse me, visual 10. 10.
Provinciales traffic.
Okay, let's throw our landing lights on.
Provinciales traffic, November 5770 Sierra Papa. Clear the runway.
We're going to go ahead and click extend, on. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and knock this thing off. And we're going to go ahead and we'll have to put up our cowl flaps will come open here shortly. I've got the aircraft heading. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the heading on. I want to make sure it's on heading bug. And we're going to go ahead and brake off, go to the south. Like I said, we're going to kind of turn around and come in that way. And then we'll adjust our RPM here a little bit as we get closer down. Pops was a Grumman engineer. That is awesome. Yeah, these airplanes were built right by my house. So I love Grumman products, right? F-14s, anything Grumman made, I love it. This is a Long Island bird. Built for search and rescue, by the way, you guys. So this is no, this is the civilian version, but I got the airport site there. Now I remember when 2020 came out. Got one to go. I remember when 2020 came out. There we go. All right, we're going to go props to full. We're going to go max RPM. The first thing we're going to do is open our flaps. We got to open the oil coolers. And then we're going to open our cool. Getting a little on the slow side. In the clouds, don't have to worry about icing here, that's for sure. At least this altitude. So this lagoon here, you guys, I did this kind of same thing in 2020 when it first came out. I gotta hold this. We're gonna go ahead and increase the RPM until the light comes on. All the way. And we'll hold that. See that light? That's full. Lights on, let it go. That's it. Now you got full RPM. So right here, the lagoon. We basically flew over the top of this lagoon here. I'm coming in left base. Providenciales traffic, November 160 Zulu left base for runway 10. Okay, I'm going to knock it off. Autopilot is off, and I'm going to shut it all off here. So that dumb flight director will turn off. Yaw damper's off. Nope, I want to turn that off. All right, you guys, we're heading over. So final approach, engine cowl flaps are full open, oil coolers are full open, RPMs full. Flaps will get that, gear will go, rudder boost is on, and we'll maintain about 80 to 90 knots, 85 to 90. This is 2024, yes, Ken. This is, yeah, we're in 2024. So I did this same kind of thing in 2020, and I landed, I don't know if you guys remember, but I landed in the water, I touched down, and we pulled in like right off of here somewhere. Really cool place to land on this airport. But yeah, this is 24, and it's been pretty good. I mean, this is a... We do have scenery for this, by the way, so look at this little lagoon. You know how much good fishing would be in here? Man, bonefish galore running through this area. Permit, I bet you can get some permit, some cool stuff. That's what we're doing. We're doing a fishing trip. This is our fishing vacation. All right, let's see if our landing lights are out. They sure are. Cowl flaps are open. Oil's open. Get this airplane all squared away. Here come one notch of flaps. Give it about 20. Okay, gust lock's good. That's good. We're at full RPM on the prop. Coming in full rich. And look at how pretty this place is. It's just gorgeous. Man, that's nice. Look at this lagoon. Like nothing more. I want to do nothing more than land this airplane there. I just do. Just put it right in here. Bam, no problem. I'd scrape the hull up. You know how much coral's in this crap, man? I'd be like screaming. Nice. Good fun. All right, you ready for another notch here? Look at this lagoon. Look at how pretty this is. Man, it's so enticing. I just got to tell you, it's enticing. Beach it right there or something.
Approaching 1.
Now, we got to have maintenance, right? There's got to be maintenance on the aircraft. Flaps 3. Let's get that gear down. All right, let's watch our gear. Look at that gear come out. That's cool. All right, good. Flaps full now. Let's go landing checklist. Gear is down. We're on a landing. Props are full. Flaps are in. Providence CLS traffic. November 160 Zulu. Short final, runway 10, Providence CLS. Now look at how pretty this is. Sorry guys, I'm distracted, I know, but this is beautiful. Really, really cool. Oh shoot. I want to record it. I'm going to go click record. All right, good. We're recording. Sorry, I lost my dang approach. It's bad. Oops. If we beached it, we would have hit a wall right there. Ooh, there's a nice little turbulence. All right, we're here. We're going to keep it rolling.
Nicely done.
Thank you, sir. We're going to go to the FBO over here, which is the other FBO. It's cheaper fuel at this place. called the Jet Center. Flaps are coming up. Providence Ciel's traffic, November 160 Zulu. We're going to be taxiing to Charlie FBO. It's actually, I think, Echo. Flaps coming up. It's a little gusty, isn't it? I mean, I want to stop this and then. Oh, it didn't record it. Dang. That sucks. That is a bummer. We got to clear customs and I'm opening a window. I'm sorry. We've been here flying for a few hours. This is where we want to go. This is the cheapest fuel we can find here. It's $5 and I think it's $5.70 on this one. Sorry, guys. Uh-huh. All right. Now you can see that we're all clear customs. We've already got our declaration done. All right, you guys, that's it, man. We are here. Let's let the engines cool a little bit, and I'll go ahead and set the brake. We'll get our strobes off. We'll go ahead and retract the landing lights. We'll turn them off. We'll let the airplane cool down. You got to get these engines to cool a little bit. You don't want to just shut them off. Never a good thing when you do that. But that's it, man. The Albatross in all of her glory. She's a beautiful bird. Really is a nice airplane. Cool stuff. Let's go inside. There's a little, like there's a display here. Hang on. If I can peek around. Yep, the cowl flaps are good. All right, let's go ahead and shut them down. And we just kind of want to look at those cylinder head temperatures. Yeah, they're nice. Still getting in the green. That's good. Oil temps coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and yank them. All right, let's do a shutdown. The transponder will go on standby. Where the heck are you? So we'll go transponder. We're gonna go standby there, and then left pump switch is off. I did. I should have had those on. I don't know why they're off now. Transfer switches are off. Avionics master is all the way in the back. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Oh, that ain't it. Oh, I just had it. Hang on. There it is. Shut our displays down. Cost $1 bazillion. Rudder boost pumps. We'll throw those off. And then let's go ahead and shut the number 1 down first. And number 2 coming off. Nice. Finally, the last thing we do is we'll throw the mags off right here. Again, again. There we are. Same with on the other side. It's kind of hard with my track IR. So I'm just going to have to kind of peek up there. And we'll throw those off right here. Throw that switch. There it is. Done. And last but not least, our battery. We'll go ahead and throw the battery switch to the off position right there. And what we're going to do is throw the generators to the off. And I'll go ahead and throw the beacon off, and the nav lights are off. Let's go ahead and get the airplane chocked. And we are done. I'll write the fuel status down. I'll throw the yoke up. And we're going to go ahead and get all this is good to go. We'll open the main exit. And then boarding ladder I'll throw up. Chocks are coming on the aircraft. And we're done. We're going to get it maintained here. I got to write the fuel down just so so we kind of see where we're going to get new gas. But remember, we got to pay for it, and it's going to be about $10,000 to fill up this dang airplane. We need a lot of fuel if we're going to go direct 600 miles. So just letting you know. So I'll split this left and right, and we've got 314 in the main and 313 in the other one. All right, good stuff. That's it. Let's go outside and you can see that door should have been open. I don't know why. It's going to probably kick me out now. See, it's put me back in. You love it. Gotta love it. You guys are scaring me over here. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's it, man. Thanks for watching, you guys. This is it's been a fun little journey. This has been a lot of fun. I love this airplane. I just do. It's such a cool it's a cool bird. It's got lots of character on it. Really cool yacht. You can play in the water forever. Go fishing. Why is this closed? Now, let's open it up. There we go. I'm going to get out and have a walk around. I'd say we do that. Kyle said, this is just fun flying. And that's exactly what this is, right? I've been holding off on upgrading to it. It sounds like it's time. I mean, yeah, I mean, you've got... So a lot more people are getting over to it, or starting to come over to 24, and there's still it's a learning curve, right? Just like anything. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got to change my controls. I do like the control interface better in 24 than I do in 2020. It's nice that I don't have to have like 4 things pulled up. Literally, I just do. Hang on, what am I doing? I got to go to the keyboard. Literally, we could just have one. You know, you don't have to have like 4 different programs to do this, and that's what I like about it. Now I'm gonna. Oh man, come on. I have to change the keyboard settings just for a minute, just into 24 trends. So you could change. You can have all sorts of profiles on this, which I really like. Come on, dude. Okay, so this is taking forever. So I'm looking for, what was that, 24? No. No. Why isn't it working? There we go. All right, so then I can just come back out of here. And now I got a brand new profile on here that now I could walk around. Now we could just walk around the airplane like we're doing a walk around. Cool stuff. That's what's cool about this. You could just, I got to kind of go sideways here, but that's what's cool about this too. You got that outside thing that you can do, and I wish the sounds were better on this. But we're here. We got to clear customs. We got to pay the company to go wash the airplane down. They're going to give us a good wash. We'll clean the windshield before we go, and we'll get this airplane refueled. It's going to be a lot of money to refuel it. Shoot. I mean, this airplane's about what, $10,000? I was doing the math before. So you guys tell me, are we going to our next destination is going to either be 600 miles away, and that's going to be in St. Martin. So we could go here to direct to St. Martin, or we can plan another 2 stops before we get there. So you guys tell me in the chat what you want to do, or you could tell me on, I thought I chalked it. Oh, maybe I haven't. But anyway, that's what's cool about this. I mean, you could just walk around, do a pre-flight. It's pretty cool. And they have some models, they have wear and tear on them. And this is scenery, by the way. I bought the scenery for 2020, and it works for 24, so that's really cool. Gear looks good. We'll get the airplane washed off and get all that salt water off the airplane, and that's it. We're home sweet home. Are the airlines still best? Airliners best. So that's a good question. So depends what you fly. The 737 is not on 24 yet, so PMDG doesn't have it installed. They're redoing it, but the 777 is. That's available on 24. The A350 is available on 24. This MD-80 is available on 24. So when I fly the Phoenix, I gotta fly an A320 in for work. I do it on 24. So I'm starting to, I'm starting to get used to it more. So I'm definitely porting over slowly, if that makes sense, to 24. And see, so now you're stuck here, so you can't. So you got to go back to the settings, and then you just click controls, and then down to your keyboard here again. And that's what I like about this. I could set all sorts of presets and all sorts of profiles for the keyboards, all of my peripherals, and I don't need, like, you don't need SPAD, SPAD.next. You don't need all these. That's why I like 24. It's you got everything you need embedded, and this senses, like, look, the Bravo quadrant, it knows the Bravo quadrant's connected. It's like, I'll just do the Albatross here, because the first airplane I ever flew was the Albatross. So I can click the Bravo quadrant here, and it's going to sense the peripheral already. So I don't need SPAD.next to program the airplane. It's already programmed, which is really, really nice. Now, there's a couple of things you could do, like a twin piston, twin turbo, and you build bases, and then you tweak from there to get whatever aircraft you want. So I do like that. That's really a cool. So now I can just jump in the flight deck again. So really nice. We're going to get the windows cleaned. We'll get the airplane washed, and we are done for the week here. We're going to be sitting here in Providenciales all week. We'll get the fuel. What I want to do, folks, is get a route strung along so you guys can see and fly with us when we fly. Like, I want you to guys come in just like Steve did. I want you to fly with us, and I'll be slow and low and all that good stuff. But yeah. So anyway, hopefully that helps, Ken, with the with 2024. I would buy it. I'd get 2024 and start messing around and getting that learning curve off. And I think it's really cool. Like here's another feature that I really like is the photo mode. So like right now, um, with photo mode, I can just hit Shift V and I could have all sorts of fun with exposure and I can zoom in like this, or I could pivot around the airplane. And if I wanted to hook up like an Xbox controller, I could do. So that's really cool, and I could take the picture. So that's what's really neat about this mode, which I really do enjoy. I enjoy this mode. This photo mode is pretty sweet. That's a cool shot right there. Maybe back it up just a little bit. Take a picture. So with 24, I mean, you could do all sorts of cool stuff. And like, let me see if I can show you. Like, let's just go here in photo mode. I want to show you. Like, look at the grass. I mean, the blade of grass and everything is. I'm trying to get over here to get a better shot of it. And then we can zoom in. And with an Xbox controller hooked up, which I have, but I don't have it plugged in right now, we can really do some cool stuff with the drones. That's pretty rad. Trying to get a good picture for the YouTube. That's a good one. Anyway, so just fun stuff you can do with 24. Jaw says, I think I might finally switch over to 24 fully. My laptop with 3060 can handle it, but I might have to tweak some things. Yes. Dump the lav. Yeah, I will be dumping the lav. Trust me. I paid a company to go and do it all. They're going to wash the airplane, dump the lav. We got to get food, water for our next trip. You guys got to tell me on our Discord, where do you want to go? Do you guys want to go from here? The question is this. It's simply this. Do we want to take a 600-mile trip, which is 4+ hours in this airplane, to straight to St. Martin? We could do it. This airplane has range for days. Not fast, but we have range for days. It could go 1,400 miles. So I could top the tanks off and say we're going 4.5 hours. And we could go straight to St. Martin. That would be fun. That would be an all day. I wouldn't do it at night. It would be an all day thing for me. Well, not all day. It would probably be. I'd probably take off midday and then fly. Could totally do that. That would be a lot of fun. I think it'd be fun. A long haul in an albatross. Why not? And I will water that. That'll be a water landing next. Then I think we can fly on Maho Beach right up to the beach. That would be cool. If somebody buzzes us in a jet. That's pretty sweet. It's a cool airplane, guys. I like it. Like I said, one of these for sale for about $240 just for the airplane, and then all the retrofits probably 1.1 million total, maybe, with all the avionics. Pretty cool. I like that 4-hour idea. It would be fun. I think so. Gotta walk through the planning. Yeah. Watching you plan would be very educational for us. Oh gosh. You should see. I don't know if you watched the previous one, our first leg. I have weight and balance and everything on this aircraft. I got it all from 1954. So, and I've got to do weight and balance again because we're going to be filling up the tanks and I don't know if we're going to top off the tanks because of the weight restriction. We might have only about 200, so I don't know if we're going to have that range for 600. Thinking about it, because we have 4 people plus 200 pounds of, baggage, plus another 167 pounds of emergency equipment. Like we have in the bow, like you guys know, we have an inflatable boat that we use, and then we have a raft a Part 121 raft that costs 10 grand to get, 6-person raft. so so lots of and this airplane's on order for a new paint job, which I am super stoked to get. It's going to be a coastal paint for sure. I just don't know how it's going to look yet. It's going to be very much coastal style, but it won't be the official paint, right? It's going to be a privatized paint of it, but it's going to be very close to it. I'm excited to see what kind of concepts we can come up with. But yeah, let's plan on it. I will plan the fuel for that trip, and I'll have to schedule it on a day coming up here. So we have, when are we in June? We start June. I know I have a couple camping trips planned shortly, but I mean, I did the math already. It was like 600 miles or something like that. And Ken, you're right. This is the best kind of flying. I'm sorry, this is really fun stuff. You know, especially when you land on the water and it's just wide open. And this airplane was built for open ocean landings, so it could take heavy swells. It can take probably about 4 to 5 foot swells, no problem, which is really cool. That's why you got this deep V hull. This hull is made for that. It's really, really cool. It's a cool airplane. I love it. But yeah, let's plan on that, guys. I will. And Ken, if there's an island that you want to hit, let me know. Put it in the chat right now. I'll write it down. I have a little list right here of the islands that we're going to. We're going to St. Martin, St. Bart's, Dominica, St. Lucia, Grand Cayman, Jamaica, and then Miami is the last. That's where we have to go back. So that's what we got. So if there's an island that you want to see us fly to, put it in there. We're going to be doing this the whole summer. This is our summer live streams. Yeah, we'll plan it. I'll do I probably will cut a video. I don't know if I'll do the planning. Well, I have to do it live, don't I? So we'll see. I might plan it and film the video that way, but at least I'll film it, right? So if I'm gonna plan the flight, I could just film it. I'll film the flight plan and I can release that video before we actually take the flight. We might have to tweak depends on the winds and all that stuff up there, but I mean, if we have the range, it depends how much fuel I can jam in it without being overloaded. So that's kind of what it comes down to, right? I don't think we can top it off because it's just too much gas and we don't have enough, we have a payload that we have to take. So we'll see. It's going to be fun to figure that out. I have been flying the Widget in Alaska. That's a cool airplane too. Yeah, I love it. That's another fun airplane. Matter of fact, that's the airplane we flew in 2020 when it first came out. We did a Caribbean tour with that aircraft in my old channel that I deleted. That's what we used is the Widget. Cool airplane. I would love a Mallard with a turbine Mallard. Oh, that would be so cool. Be fast. That would be good speed, and we can go anywhere with that airplane. I would love to get turbines on this. We need PT6s on this bird. Man, then you got it all. There's nothing else it couldn't do. It could do everything. Anyway, good stuff. So you guys, that's it. I am done. We're done for the week. And look for the new video on planning a flight to 600-mile trip, long haul, and an albatross for next week. And you guys are welcome to fly with us. We're going to take off out of here, Providence, Cialis, and then we'll go up to down to St. Martin, where we'll do a water landing and then hop over to St. Bart's. We could probably do that I don't know if we'll do that in the same sitting, but we'll do that in a week. But prior to that, we're on our way down to the other islands in the Caribbean. So it'll be a lot of fun. Good stuff. Well, you guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. Have a great week. Until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you.
Board the plane, it's summertime. Sun is shining, it's bright. Breeze, the sky is cool and calm. Take a trip, it's not long. always on